Welcome, everybody. This is our Thera yoga class. So sit in your seated mountain, nice and tall, and become aware of your breath. So I'm going to make a suggestion that you use any amount of your ujjayi breathing. Now, ujjayi breathing, also known as ocean breath, it's that breath that you can hear and feel a little bit. Inhaling, you narrow the passageway where that air is coming in through your throat just a little bit so you can hear and feel your breath coming in and going out. Just any amount. Become aware of your breath and that slightly narrowed passageway so that you can, by narrowing that passageway, you're toning that nerve. And really your whole nervous system begins to be toned with that awareness of that ocean breath or ujjayi breath. So sit up nice and tall. And continue as best you can with your awareness of your breath, but don't worry about it. Just be aware as best you can. Now, as you sit up tall, begin to become aware of your whole torso and your core. So you can take your hands to your back as you lean forward slightly and give yourself a little rub on that, the sacrum, the low back. Notice how it feels there, and then slide your fingers around the side of your body. Just squeeze the side of your body a little bit there. Notice how that feels. That's part of your core as well. You've got lots of layers of muscles working to keep yourself nice and strong and tall. And then take those hands to that lower edge of the rib cage and feel it. Just kind of anchor it in. Notice how that feels. So while we're doing this, I noticed my glutes kind of tightened up a little bit. So now continue as much as is comfortable for you with that awareness of the core and squeeze your glutes and then relax. Squeeze those glutes and notice how it lifts you up and relax. One more time, squeeze your glutes. Notice how that kind of brings an alignment to your spine and then relax. Let's do some shoulder rolls. So we've become aware of some of our lower body and our torso a little bit. Let's give those shoulders a little action. Keep breathing deeply and gently. And then just settle. You can do a little bit of a bounce and shake if that feels good to you. And then just go ahead and rest your hands on your thighs, either with the palms facing up or down. Do what feels best for you. Now bring your awareness to your feet. Just bring that awareness all the way to the bottom of your feet and notice how it feels, how that surface that your feet are on feels underneath your feet. And any amount, sense your groundedness. Now, as you're ready, bring a little bit of motion to those feet with that inchworm forward. Any amount, you're inching forward and then back. So we're activating lots of muscles and joints in the feet with this action forward and back. Notice how it feels. Now think about letting the feet go out a little bit instead of straight forward. They're out a little bit. And then as you go back, the heels come a little bit closer towards each other. So out a little bit. As you go forward, it's out somewhat. And as you go back, it's in somewhat. Notice how that feels in your feet, your ankles, your legs. One more time, forward. And then let them rest. Let those feet rest wherever they're most comfortable for your knees, your feet, your ankles, and begin to tap. So you can tap your hands as well, or just shake your hands around if that feels good. Mostly we're focusing on that tapping of the feet here. And if it feels good to you, you can add your hands in any way that feels right. Keep breathing. We're going to go for 30 seconds. Tapping those feet and maybe moving your hands as well, if that feels fun for you. And now that's about 30 seconds. So relax, relax, relax. Notice the difference between that action and relaxation. And then take one foot at a time and stretch it back. Feel that stretch. I hope it feels good for you. Other foot stretches back. You can stretch your arms as well. Any way that feels good for you. Let's rub those hands together. Interlace the fingers and stretch out. Do that twice, changing the cross of the fingers. Shake it out. So we'll go back to another tapping after we do a little moving mounted. So find those hips are squared up to the chair. You have that slight elevation of the hips compared to the knees. As you inhale, let's let those arms float up. If it feels good, you can look up, but you can just keep that head forward if that feels better. And as you exhale, float the arms back down to your sides. Now this time, if you want, you can press gently into your heels as you float your arms up overhead. Notice how that feels. You're activating more muscles in your body. And as you exhale, soften the arms down and soften that pressure in your heels. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, float up, pressing into the heels just slightly. Feel that action in your legs and your arms are lifted here. Let's exhale. Keep the arms up there this time and soften the pressure in your heels. Now, as you inhale, stretch up one more time. And as you exhale this time, let that right arm gently float down to the right as you gently turn your head any amount to look towards the right. As you inhale, float the arm back up, bring the head forward and feel the stretch in the sides of your body. Now the left arm floats down as you exhale, gently turning to look towards the left. Can you hear your breath? As you inhale, float the arm back up, bring the head forward and feel the stretch. You can wiggle those fingers a bit. Let's float that right arm down again, gently turning towards the right. Relax the arm. What do you see? Maybe you'll glance over your shoulder this time. Notice what you're seeing. As you inhale, float the arm back up, bring the head forward, feel the stretch in the sides of your body. Now the left arm gently floats down, turning to look towards the left. Relax the arm, glance over the shoulder. What do you see? Inhale, float the arm back up, bring the head forward, feel the stretch in the sides of your body. Let's do it one more time on each side, floating that right arm down. Relax it. Glance over your shoulder and notice what you see. As you inhale, float the arm back up, bring the head forward, feel the stretch in the sides of your body, floating that left arm down as you exhale, glancing over your shoulder with your eyes. And as you inhale, float the arm back up, bring the head forward and feel the stretch in the sides of your body. Now, gently let those elbows bend, bring the elbows back a bit, begin to feel that crease between your shoulder blades. Let the shoulders lower and any amount, give them a little shoulder roll simultaneously this time, feeling that area between your shoulders as your arms gently lower down. Let's go ahead and shake them out. and rest them again on the thighs. And now bring your feet to wherever it's most comfortable and tap again for 30 seconds. And you can wiggle those hands any amount if that feels good. You can just kind of be free with your arms, even as you're tapping your legs. If that feels fun and interesting to you, you can add your arms and hands. Even as you're tapping those legs, the whole body gets a little action. Breathing deeply and gently, and there's about 30 seconds. So now relax, relax, relax. Notice how you feel. Keep breathing. Let's tap one more time. So adjust yourself and let's tap one more time. Keep breathing. You don't have to do anything with your hands. You can just tap those feet. I find it kind of interesting and fun to change my arms a little bit, and you can do that if you like. Keep breathing. And that's about 30 seconds. Oh man. Let's stretch those legs again. And I think I forgot the last time, but here we are. We can stretch them a little extra, one at a time. Keep breathing. And I notice I need to do a little adjustment here. Okay, so sitting up tall again. Let's get a little action again in the arms, shake, a little bouncing if that feels good. And we can pick up the weights now. So find your weights as you're ready. Let's do a little bit of calf lifting to start. So up the toes. The heels lift as you come up on your toes, and then the heels come down and the toes lift. Just do that a few times, any amount. Maintain your nice tall seated posture. Let that chin come in and the back of the neck lengthen a bit, any amount. And as you're ready, settle those feet to the most comfortable place they can be, and let your arms just be drawn a little bit longer with those weights in hand. Let's turn the palms forward and do our bicep curls in 3 increments. Here's the first part, the first increment, tiny little pumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second increment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Third increment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and slowly lower down. Keep breathing. Give yourself a shoulder roll with the weights in hand, one on each side, and then bring those weights up above your head and behind your head. Take care you're not hitting yourself in the head. And let's do 5 of these tricep extensions. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 more, 5. Slowly lower down. Keep breathing. Let those weights Lengthen your arms a bit. Shoulder roll is always good here. Let's do another set of our bicep curls in 3 increments. First increment, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second increment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Third increment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and slowly lower down. Keep breathing. Roll those shoulders open. Take your right hand, lift it up to about here. Take your left hand about here, just for fun. And do tiny motion, just tiny. About 10 times. 8, 9, 10, just tiny. And then switch. Just tiny motion. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax those weights down to your side again. Roll your shoulders. How does that feel? Keep breathing. Let's do one more set of bicep curls. First increment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second increment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Third increment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and lower down slowly. Keep breathing, shoulder roll, 1 on each side. Let's do one more set of tricep extensions. So bring the weights up and behind your head. Feel that length in the sides of your body, any amount. And stretch up. We'll do 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let those arms lower down. Bring the elbows back a bit. Feel that area between your shoulder blades, any amount. Just feel it. Squeeze it a little bit, and then release it. Let's set the weights down now. Shake out those arms. Give yourself a little hug. Let those shoulders get a little healing energy from your hands and your neck, sliding any tension out. You can do a hug the other way. Give yourself some love. It's a good thing to do. And as you're doing this, now you can spread those shoulders apart a bit. So feel like you're spreading that area a little bit between those shoulder blades. Any amount. Feel that spread. Take any tension, release it out. Roll those shoulders again, and notice how you feel. Let's take the arms up, up, up into a prayer pose, a nice kind of loose prayer pose above the head. And then slide the right fingertips down the inner part of the left arm and bring that hand all the way to the right side of the chest. And maybe you'll feel that squeeze between your shoulder blades here as your left arm kind of comes back and your right elbow comes back, and then slide that hand back up that arm, then take the left fingertips, slide them down the inner part of your right arm, and bring it over to the left side of your chest. Feel that right arm reaching back a bit, and then slide those fingers back up. Let's do that again on each side. Beginning by sliding those right fingertips on the inside of the left arm, bringing that hand all the way over to its same side. Feel that stretch. You got to squeeze a little bit between those shoulder blades. Bring your hand back up, and then the left fingertips slide down the right inner part of the arm to the left side chest, and feel a little stretch in your chest. Let's do that one more time, bringing the hands up together. Can you bring them back a bit so they're right on top of your head instead of forward, just a little bit above your head, and then slide those hands, the fingertips of the right hand down the left inner part of the hand, coming to the right side here, stretch, and then back up. And one last time, those left fingers slide down the inner part of the right hand, and feel that stretch as you kind of reach back with the right arm and the left elbow. One more time, we're going to slide those left fingers up, coming into a prayer pose, and then bring that prayer pose in front of your heart. Notice how it feels. Press those heels of your hands together, keeping the fingers kind of loose and free here. Press those heels together a bit. Let the shoulders lower to home and feel that pressure. Where do you feel it? Do you feel it across your shoulders? Do you feel it mostly in your arms? Just notice and then release. Shake it out. Keep breathing. Let's do our figure 4 with our legs. So as you're ready, take your left leg, lift it gently up, and bring that left ankle to rest above the right knee. Keep the ankle strong. So flex that ankle. And even think about the pinky toes kind of reaching out. So in this case, just reaching out towards the outer ankle. Sit up tall. Notice how you feel. You can work on that foot a bit here. Any amount, maybe each toe wants a little wiggle and a squeeze or a pull. Give each toe a little bit of healing energy from your hands. And then up that instep and arch. So one hand can be on the top and one hand on the bottom. Oh, doesn't that feel good? To the heel. Give that heel a little energy and the sides of your foot and even your ankle. You can move that energy up the ankle to the shin and calf and all the way up to the knee. Give that knee some good healing energy from your hands. And then if it feels good, you can stay there or bring that energy up to your hips or your hip on that side, on the left side. Keep breathing deeply and gently. And maybe you're still thinking about that ocean breath a little bit, any amount. And then bring your hands back down. Linger in any places that might appreciate that. And then you can get that strap to stretch the leg out, or use your hand and stretch this left leg out. No need to straighten that knee completely. Just let the knee be soft and free as you can. And any amount, press the bones of your legs away as you pull gently with your hand. 3 to 5 breaths here. And then as you feel complete with that leg stretch, let's bring that foot down. Adjust yourself. Notice how you feel. Sit up tall. And does one foot feel different than the other? Let's see if we can equalize that little bit. Bring that right foot up. Rest the ankle above the knee. Keep that ankle and foot strong. Work on your foot any amount. Each toe might want a little squeeze, a wiggle, a pull. Do what feels best for you. Yeah, the foot. One hand on the bottom of your foot, one hand on the top of your foot. And the heel, ankle, and up that shin and calf to the knee. You can stay in any place, excuse me, that needs a little extra healing energy from your hands. And you can go up to the thigh and the hip, any amount. Keep breathing, whatever you're doing. And as you're ready, bring those hands back down the leg, lingering any place that feels like it needs that extra energy, that extra healing hand energy. And then bring your hands to your foot again, either securing that strap or using your hand, stretch this leg out. And again, there's no need to straighten that knee. You can just gently move it if it feels good, or just keep it still and isometrically press the bones of your legs away as you pull gently with your arm. As you're ready, let that knee gently bend and bring the foot flat to the floor again. Sit up tall. Now let's do our standing up into Uttanasana, or chair pose or fierce pose. And from there we will stand up. So as you're ready, sitting up tall, you can gently lean back, let those arms swing back, and then bring them forward, bringing that weight mostly to your heels. Lift yourself up, coming into your fierce pose or chair pose. So you're folded at the hips, long spine stays long as you reach back through your hips and forward through the crown of your head and your fingertips. Breathe. And on your third breath, with that inhale, lift up, or fourth breath, or whatever it is. So stand up nice and straight, reaching those arms up, and then release those arms alongside your body. How do you feel? So you're still grounded. Feel the bottoms of your feet again. Notice how it feels. Do a little bit of rebounding here. So rebounding can either be just bouncing the heels gently up off the floor, or bending the knees, keeping the heels on the floor. So do both and see what feels best for you. Either bouncing the heels up off the floor a tiny bit, or the heels grounded, knees just bouncing a little bit. How does that feel? Which one do you like better? Notice and do each one. And do you like one better than the other? I think they're both kind of good. So just choose one and do a little bit more. And then relax into your mountain. Notice how you feel. Feel your nice upright mountain. You're nice and grounded. Can you feel that warmth in your feet transferring into the floor? Or maybe there's some warmth in the floor that's transferring up into your feet. Just notice. And let's do a balance pose here. So using your chair for support, I'm going to use the back of my chair for support. I'm going to come to the side. So whatever works best for you, either your chair or whatever you have for support. Find that nice upright mountain, and one hand on your supportage, whatever it is. Okay, so now shift your weight to the right side or whichever side is near that surface, and then peel that left heel up off the floor and then lift that whole leg up off the floor. I'm a little close to my chair. So lifting that leg up, keep the ankle nice and strong, like you're marching, but you're marching in place and you're frozen here. Just for a moment, breathe. Inhale and exhale. Now, as you're ready, so you can lean back a little bit here with your leg lifted. Now, let's keep the spine, the whole body as a unit, and slowly bring that leg back and extend it back. Keep breathing, extend it back. Keep the ankle strong. And then release. Bring it forward again. Let that knee lift forward as you slightly lean back. And let's do it one more time. If you can handle it, let's do it once again. So bringing that foot back and gently extending. Okay, let's bring that foot to the floor now. And turn around and do the same thing on the other side. So you've got support. Nice mountain pose, nice tall mountain pose. Keep breathing. Get yourself, your shoulders relaxed at home. Your neck as tall as you can comfortably. So usually that means you're going to have to tilt your chin down a little bit. Shift to the left now. It's near the chair. And peel that right heel up off the floor. Release the foot from the floor and bring that, flex the ankle a bit as you gently lean back, any amount. Keep breathing. As you're ready, you're leaning forward. So everything's happening simultaneously as you gently bring that leg back and extend it back as you lean forward. If you can muster it, let's do that again without putting the foot down. So bring the foot forward. You're leaning back slightly as you lift that knee forward. Your ankle's strong. Maybe even think about that pinky toe reaching towards the outer knee. And then do it again. So you're gently leaning forward and extending that leg back. Good. Now come back to your mountain and notice how you feel. How are your hips? I hope they're feeling pretty strong, pretty good. Keep breathing. Do a little bit of rebounding here. Roll those shoulders open. Notice how you feel. Okay. Let's have a wider stance now. So slightly wider stance. Your toes are pointing out. Notice how you feel. A little bit of a squat here. So let's inhale, bring the hands to the back around the kidney area. And as you exhale, slide your hands as you squat down to your knees. So you're going to lean forward slightly. And then inhale. Bring the hands to the kidneys as you stand up. Exhale, sliding the hands down to the knees. Let the knees be separated. They're going out in the direction of the toes as you slightly lean forward into this squat. Let's do that again. Inhale. The arms come to the kidneys. Feel that healing energy going into that part of your body. And exhale, slide the hands down the legs to the knees, folding a little bit forward. And one more time, slide the hands up to your kidneys as you straighten those knees. Mostly, They don't have to be poker straight. Keep breathing. Bring your arms to rest down by your side, shake them out a little bit. Now let's do a little bit of our hero 2. Turn that right foot out to the right, and the left foot as well turns towards the right. As you inhale, bend that right knee, bring your arms parallel with the floor, and turn your face to look towards the right. As you come into this pose, you can kind of feel like you're really pressing down into your heel on the right side and probably the side of your foot on the left side. And as you exhale, soften out of the pose. Let's do that again. Inhale. Coming into hero 2, and exhale out of the pose. Let's stay in the pose this time for 3 breaths. As you inhale, bring yourself into hero 2. Feel that pressure in your feet. You're pressing into your feet. You're drawing your inner thighs isometrically towards each other. You're floating that rib cage above the hips. That takes core strength. You're reaching through the fingertips and the crown of the head. That's the pose. As you exhale, you might be able to soften, especially your elbows and your shoulders a bit. And maybe your knees soften a little bit as you exhale. Inhale, feel the length and strength in this pose. Exhale, soften. One more breath. Inhale, feel it. And this time, as you exhale, gently bring your arms down to your sides and take that right hand and gently straighten that right knee. You can keep that right hand on the right knee for this next sequence. This is our head turn and our triangle. So just let that knee be kind of soft. It's supported with your hand. It's being protected by your hand, and that's good. Let's take that left arm up. And this is our triangle. So triangle, the fingertips reach for the ceiling. Keep breathing. And any amount, turn your face to look up those fingertips that are reaching towards the ceiling. You can use your eyes. You don't have to turn too far if you can use your eyes, right? Now, as you're ready, gently bring that left hand to the sacrum and turn your face towards that right foot. Let that right shoulder relax. Let the elbow relax. Notice how you feel. Now with an inhale, unwind that left arm again, turning your head to look up. As you exhale, bring the back of that left hand to the sacrum again and look down at that right foot. Relax the shoulders. One more time. Let's inhale, turning the head, lifting the arm. You can stay here for a couple of breaths. Just notice how you feel. Feel the strength in your body. And one more time. Let's bring that left hand to the sacrum and look down at your right foot. Relax those shoulders. Keep your neck as aligned and relaxed as you can. You're looking at the toes on your right foot. Now take your eyes, just your eyes, over a foot or two to the right of your right little toe. What do you see? Keep breathing. Now bring those eyes to look at your toe again, and then gently turn your face, relaxing that left arm to your side. So now turn and look forward, lift yourself up and turn all those toes forward. Let's do the other side. Before you do the other side, just notice how you feel here, centered. Now turn that left foot out. And the right foot also has to go towards the left a bit. As you inhale, left knee bends, arms lift, and head turns. As you exhale, soften out of the pose. Inhale into hero 2. Feel it. You're pressing into those feet. You're drawing your inner thighs isometrically towards each other. Exhale, soften out of the pose. This time we'll stay in the pose. Inhale into hero 2. Float that rib cage above the hips. Reach through the crown of the head and the fingertips. Press into your feet, draw the inner thighs isometrically towards each other. And as you exhale, soften a little bit, except for that lower abdomen. Soften anything that you might be able to feel softer. Inhale, feel the length and strength pressing into those feet. Exhale, soften a little bit, softening that pressure. One more breath. Feel the length and strength in this pose. And this time, as you exhale, let those arms release down to your side. Take that left hand and gently straighten your left knee. Now you're facing the same direction as your torso, which is to the side, right? Roll that right shoulder open a bit. Keep breathing. As you're ready, bring it up for triangle. Any amount. Feel that stretch. Keep breathing. Turn your head, looking up, that extended arm. And as you're ready, bring the back of the hand to your sacrum and look down at that left foot. Relax those shoulders. As you inhale, unwind that right arm, turning the head to look up. And as you exhale, bring the back of the hand to the sacrum and look down at that left foot. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, turning gently as your arm lifts. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Exhale, turning gently to look down. How does this feel? Now we can stay here, looking at those toes. Keep breathing. Relax the shoulders. As you're ready, take your eyes, just your eyes, and look over a foot or two to the left of that left little toe. Keep breathing. What do you see? Now focus on your toes. And as you're ready, with an inhale, unwind, turning the head one last time to look up. Keep breathing. Keep those shoulders as relaxed. Let your neck be as relaxed as you can. I know it's not very relaxing, but just any amount. And as you're ready, release that arm down, lift yourself up and turn the toes forward. How do you feel? Let's heel toe those feet back to mountain. And do a little rebounding. Keep breathing. Okay, so let's do a little bit of our leg lifts. We did a strong pose here, but we didn't do our leg lifts. So let's do that now. So 2 different positions of leg lifts. You can use your chair. Let's start by shifting to the right. Feel that groundedness. And then bring that left leg out 10 times, out to the side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now more back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring that foot back down. Find your centered mountain pose. Notice how you feel. And switch sides. So switching to the left. Bring that right foot out 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now more back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bring that foot back down to your mountain. Release your support. Shake it out a little bit. Notice how you feel. Let's do that sequence one more time. So leaning forward slightly, shift to the right. Bring the left leg out 10 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now more back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Return to your mountain. Notice how you feel. Switch sides. Right leg out 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now more back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and return to your mountain. Notice how you feel. Now we can come to floor or recliner on your back. Do a little stretch of that spine on your back once you find yourself on whatever surface you're going to be on. You can stretch your spine a little bit by pressing gently on the tops of your hips. Feel any amount of a release or a stretch in your lower back. As you do that, anchor that rib cage in. Feel the back ribs a little bit on the floor. Relax. Shake your hands out, your hands and arms out, and then bring them to your shoulders and neck and stretch that neck a bit. If you need a pillow or any support for your upper body, you can put that in here. And just relax a moment. Notice how you feel. Let's let those arms relax out to the side. Find your breath. And as you're ready, with an inhale, pick those feet up off the floor and exhale, draw the knees gently towards the chest. Inhale, let the knees come above the hips again. And exhale, draw the knees towards the chest. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling, the knees move above the hips. And exhale, draw them gently towards the body. You can wrap your hands around the backs of your legs if that feels good. And do just a tiny bit of side to side motion, keeping the spine as a unit. So as you roll to the right side, the left side shoulder and hips will come up off the floor. And the other way, as you roll towards the left, the right side shoulder and hips will come up off whatever surface you're on. Do that if it's comfortable a few more times, just gently rolling side to side with awareness, how you feel, your breath, noticing your breath. Good. Now, if you like, you can extend those legs up towards the ceiling and shake them out a bit. How does that feel? You can take your hands to your knees. Let those knees bend again and do a little circular, tiny circular motion with those knees. Go one way and go the other way as well. Keep breathing. Now, as you're ready, release those feet to the floor, about hip width apart. Let's do a couple half bridges here. So snuggle around, get comfortable. Let your shoulders be at home. And as you're ready, pressing into those feet. Float the arms up overhead and float the hips up off the floor. And as you exhale, float everything back down to the floor. I'm realizing there's not a lot of contrast here between my clothing and my mat. So I'm sorry about that. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm lifting my hips and my arms up overhead. Exhale, float back down. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling, floating the arms up, floating the hips up. Notice how it feels. Staying here. As you exhale, let your arms lower into a cactus. Let those shoulders be at home, but stay in this lifted glute lift or half bridge. And notice how it feels. You can move in just a little bit, squeeze those glutes a bit. You'll lift up a little higher, relax the glutes, you'll lower a bit. And do that if it feels good a few more times. Notice how it feels. As you squeeze those glutes, your hips are going to lift up, and then relax the glutes, the hips will lower. One more time, squeeze those glutes. And this time, as you exhale and lower your hips, let your arms come back down, palms on the floor. How do you feel? Let's stretch those arms out and rotate the palms so they face the ceiling now. Bring the soles of your feet together gently and let those knees relax out to the side, any amount. Breathe. Feel that stretch in your inner thighs. Hopefully it feels good. You'll feel that stretch in the groin area a little bit. Notice how it feels. Keep breathing. Let's go ahead and stretch those legs out. Bring the arms up overhead. And an eraser or pencil stretch or a star stretch. You choose, just stretch here. So how about let's stretch right leg, right arm away from each other. Feel that stretch. And then relax that. And then stretch the left arm and the left leg away from each other. Feel that stretch. Then relax that. Now the right arm and the left leg. Feel that cross body stretch as you reach away with your right arm and your left leg. And then soften, relax. Now the left arm and the right leg. Stretch them away from each other. Feel that stretch all the way across your body. And then relax. Let's do that one more time on each side. Right arm, left leg. Breathe, stretch, and then relax. Left arm, right leg. Across the body, stretch, and relax. Now let's do all four limbs at the same time as you inhale. Feel that stretch from the core out all four limbs. And as you exhale, soften and relax. One more time, all four limbs. Inhale, feel that stretch. And exhale, soften and relax. It's time now to relax as completely as possible. So find your most supported, warm, comfortable pose. You may want some pillow, a pillow that's the end of the pillow would be positioned right around the middle of your shoulders. And then you can stretch your neck and bunch the pillow up to support it any amount. You can put something under your knees and let yourself relax as completely as possible now. And I will mute myself shortly. First, I'm going to suggest that you bring your awareness all the way down to your toes and your feet. Again, notice how they feel. They did a lot of work for you today. So feel and appreciate your feet, your ankles, your shins and calves, your knees. Notice Bring that, sweep your awareness through your body, starting at your feet. We're at the knees. Bring your awareness to your thighs and your hips, and relax the legs, the thighs, the feet, the hips. Relax. Sweep your awareness up the back of your body and the front of your body, the torso. Feel that torso. Relax it as completely as you can. Sweep your awareness down into your hands and your fingers. Let them relax, your hands, your wrists, your forearms, your elbows, your shoulders, your upper arms, all relax now. And your neck, your face, your jaw, your ears, everything relaxes as completely as possible, even your scalp and every part of your body. I'll be quiet now, and I'm going to stop recording now. So if you're watching this recording, it's time to relax for about at least 3 minutes and rest. Thank you for being here. For those of you who are here live, I'll be back in about 3 minutes.